Hi friends, my name is Flavio. One of the most interesting phone calls I got this week, and I wanted to share this with you, was from this person by the name of Lewis. He called me up and told me that he's been watching these videos on YouTube, and he noticed that lately I've posted a lot of videos on obesity and pornography, and he asked a very insightful question. I'm not sure, he didn't tell me whether he's in both of those situations because that does happen quite frequently. But the question that he asked is there anything common between those two conditions? Of course, it doesn't occur, both conditions don't occur in all kinds of people, but there are people who are in a situation of obesity and pornography addiction. And it's a very interesting thing. And he asked me, well, what could be common in that case? What could be the common link between those two things? And there could be many answers to that question, but I remember the video that we posted last year, and it had to do with the power of the word no and our ability to say no. And in that video, I was describing not so much our ability to say no to other people, but primarily our ability to say no to our own tendencies, to ourselves. I told him the story of a person who came over once to lose weight, and this lady ended up losing 67 pounds. And all she did really was she learned to say no to other people when they offered her food and pastries at work. In other words, she worked at an office where people would pass around trays with pastries in the afternoon, and she would eat those pastries, and then of course her blood sugar would be all over the place, and she would get home and snack and then have dinner really late. And there was a chain of events there that led to weight gain. So when she learned to say no to herself when the pastries were offered at work, that led to another chain of events. In other words, she was able to stabilize blood sugar, she was able to not snack, she was able to have a healthier dinner earlier in the evening, and so forth. And in a few months, she had already lost 67 pounds. So the point is that in the case of obesity, the problem is visually apparent to everybody, including the person who looks at the mirror. And everybody else who knows the person can say, wow, you've been gaining weight. I can see that you've been gaining weight. The problem becomes visible. Pornography addiction and masturbation does not generate a visible problem until much later. And usually by the time it generates a problem, in other words, by the time it's a visible problem in somebody's life, by that time they're so far deep into the addiction that really getting out of it by yourself is very, very difficult. That is why I've developed a method that can help a man overcome pornography addiction, and I can help you do the same thing. But it isn't so easy to get out of it alone if it has come to that point. So remember, if you're not at that stage of the process, but you've noticed that this thing is getting a little bit out of hand, get out of it now by saying no to your own tendency to do that again, and you're going to have wonderful results. Thank you. Good luck. Now, let me know what you think about this. And you can do that by simply leaving me a comment, or you can do like Lewis did. You can call the office or send me an email, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you and see what way I can be useful to you. But let me know what you think about this information. Let's learn to say no to those things that are not good for us and say yes to that which is in fact good for us. Awesome. Good luck.